Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy D Wayne bringing you yet another YouTube video at this time. So basically what I'm going to be doing with you guys today is bringing you guys my Shiranui Deck Profile. Now this is obviously the updated version post Savage Strike, of course. So we got that pretty good new support coming out of the pack, minus 2 cards of course, which I'm not even going to give names to. You guys should already know what those bad cards are. But with that being said, that profile is here. I know some of you guys have been looking forward to this for quite some time. Of course, I didn't want to keep you guys waiting too long. Alright, so basically with that being said, let's get straight into the deck profile. Alright, of course, starting off with the monsters. First monster, 2 Solitaires, of course. Still an absolutely amazing card. This and Spectral Sword are probably the only 2 cards you would run outside of the Shiranui archetype, because they have, utility in other zombie variants, of course. So you guys already know, Solitaire is Solitaire. Two Spirit Masters, of course. You guys already know, special summons from hand to graveyard, and when banished, pops a face-up card your opponent controls. Next we have Samurai, one of literally the more underplayed cards in the entire archetype, of course, just in case you guys aren't aware of what it does. It banishes a zombie from graveyard to gain 600 attack, and when it's banished, it can add a Shiranui monster from your graveyard to your hand. Hold on for a sec. Okay. So yeah, so also when it banishes and when it battles, it can banish the monster after damage calculation that it battles with. So yeah. So now we have some of the new support. We have a Shiranui Squire, obviously the newest card out of the Salvage Strike pack. So basically what it does is, when it's normal summon, you can special summon a Spectral Sword monster from your hand or deck. And when it's banished, you can draw one and discard one. So this card is really solid. Play opener or a play extender depending on the game state of, the combos you're doing and stuff like that. So this card can be really good. So yeah. One Smith. Smith got a little bit better now in its practicality with the spell that can special summon a Shiranui from deck. So you can summon this with that Shiranui card from deck and, set up for more plays. Obviously it's not the most practical means to search out your deck, but, with the spell that lets you special summon from deck and gives you some consistency in being able to do that. So, yeah. Now we have Shiranui Sunset of Shade. Now this card is probably the best Shiranui support to come out of the new set because of what it does. I've given this card its entire video, so I'm gonna go briefly over it right now. So basically what it does is, while it's on the field, you contribute it to special summon 2 zombies from your banished pile. One of them has to be a Shiranui monster, in order to activate and resolve this effect. So basically, if you have Mizukis or if you have 2 Shiranuis or whatever the case may be of the scenario, you can have those 2 monsters on the field and set up for plays from there. So yeah, really amazing card. Of course, we have the original Spectral. In graveyard, of course, banish this and another zombie, special summon a zombie synchro whose levels equal the banished monster. So yeah, you guys already know how that works. This is why you're able to OTK, even though you can't do it on the turn it's sent to the graveyard, which absolutely sucks. But there are ways to get around that, but you have to really jump through hoops in order to do it. So yeah. Alright, so that is it for the Shiranuis. Generic stuff, of course, Mizuki, Unizombie, of course, and we're playing 2 Necroface. So you guys should already know what this means. We're playing the Chaos Zone variant, of course, because you don't play the Chaos Zone variant without the Necrofaces to go with it. So yeah. So that is it for the monsters. Gonna go into the spells. Alright, one of the other new support for the Shiranuis is Shiranui Style Solemnity. So this has 2 effects and it's a continuous spell. Also, it counts as Shiranui Style Synthesis while on the field. So you guys already know how that works with Solitaire and stuff like that. So basically, his first effect is that you can banish a Shiranui on field to Shiranui on field to stop your normal summons from being no. Let me read this. I should know this, right? But I gotta read this. Alright, so the first effect is banning from a zombie monster from your graveyard. Normal and special summons of your zombies cannot be negated for the rest of the turn. And the second effect is trigger the zombie monster you control. Target a zombie you control, banish it. Then you can send one zombie with 0 defense from your deck to the graveyard. So obviously, if you have any on-field Shiranuis like maybe Spiritualist or Spirit Master, you can banish those. Get a Shiranui or 0 defense zombies from deck to the graveyard, and then you have the banish effects of whatever Shiranui you banish go off as well on top of that. So a cute interaction, but it's definitely not the best. It helps with setting up plays and stuff like that. So yeah, it has some uses. Next we have Shiranui Style Story Saga, or in this case the TCG name is Ghost Meets Girl, a Shiranui story. Okay. Hold on, why my drink keep going off? Alright, so yeah, basically what this does is pretty simple enough. Discard a zombie to special summon a Shiranui from the deck with a different name than the discarded zombie. So you can't discard a Spectral Sword and summon another Spectral Sword, or discard a Solitaire and special summon a Solitaire. You have to make sure they're different names from the one you discarded. So pretty simple. It's only once per turn effect, of course, and it's a quick play which can be activated during your opponent's end phase or battle phase to put presence on board to help set up plays or to defend you from incoming attacks. So yeah, this card's really solid. Now this is a tech choice of mine, Crossbreed. Now basically what this does is you can send the 2 cards either from one from your hand and or one from your field. You can banish those to search for a monster with the same type and attribute as the 2 monsters you banish, and add that to your hand. So you can banish 2 and search. So basically, in the case of Shiranuis, you can banish 2 Shiranuis from your hand and search for another Shiranui to your deck, and help you set up plays, and whatever 2 Shiranuis you happen to banish, you get those 2 effects to go off on top of the search. So yeah, there's some actually interesting combos with this card. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have something to tell you guys after I'm done with the video. Alright, so that is that. So next we have 3 burials, of course, putting your zombies back to the graveyard to set up for more plays, and I'm so happy burial is definitely at 3 because this deck needed it. Alright. 2 World Legacy Successions. Basically special summons a monster to a zone a linked monster points to, and you can only activate 1 of these per turn. These would have actually been better had we had what's this card? Shiranui Savior. Not Shiranui Savior. Avenged Savior. Because we unfortunately we didn't get that in the set. So I think my deck is kind of lacking in that regard. So I need more Link 2s, zombies, and definitely Savior was definitely the one that helped out this deck a lot. So yeah, I believe this card would have been more potent if I had more Link 2s. But anyway, this card is still really good regardless. Alright, so next we have staples, Rakeki Dark Hole, of course, Field Wipes, Foolish and Gold Sark. Unfortunately, they put Gold Sark to 1 because of Thunder Dragons, of course, being one of their consistency plays and stuff like that. So Shiranui took an inadvertent hit with that, and so did Metaphys as well. So yeah, sad. Anyway, alright, we got Call by the Graves, of course. Helps with making sure our plays go through, of course. Hand traps are a thing, Railers, Ashes, stuff like that. So we definitely want to get our plays through since we're so normal summon reliant. So this is definitely an important tech to have in this deck because of its fragileness in the opening turns for your normal summons. Alright, 2 Twin Twisters, of course. Back row is essential to be getting rid of so that we can set up our plays and OTK. So yeah. Last we have 2 Chaos Zones, of course, to go along with the necrophases that we run. For those who aren't aware of what Chaos Zone does, it's basically a field spell that allows you to generate counters for the amount of monsters that are banished in both players' graveyards. And you can remove 4 more counters to special summon a monster from either player's banished pile with levels equal to the counters that you remove from this card to summon. So yeah, of course, if you have banished Mizukis and stuff like that, you can special summon those, banish Shiranuis, or even banish extra deck monsters you may have the counters for. You can special summon those from your banished pile and continue from plays from there. So basically, this is a third layer to your Shiranui deck. So basically, your hand is a hand, your graveyard can also be a hand, and with this, your banished pile also becomes a hand to which you can draw resources from. So yeah. Alrighty, so that is it for the spells. We're going to go into the traps real quick. So first, we're going to start off with a tech choice here. Now, this is Dark Factory of More Production. This is a continuous trap that basically says when you can send a monster from your hand or face up on your field to the graveyard to draw 1 card. Obviously once per turn, of course. So this has some pretty decent implications in the deck in that you can get much needed things out of your hand into the graveyard, like from Zuki's Spectral Swords, or any Shiranui monsters you don't want in your hand to the graveyard, and you get to draw from it. So that you can actually activate this during your opponent's end phase to send something to the graveyard, draw, and then on your turn you draw, and then once again on your turn you can activate this, draw, to send to the graveyard and draw. So you can get a total of 3 cards during your opponent's end phase and into your turn. So there's some interesting implications there to set up for plays while allowing you some consistency for your plays. Alright, now we have Shiranui Style Samsara. This card has saved my butt so many times in duels. Basically, it also acts as a Shiranui Style Synthesis while on the field. First effect can banish a zombie to allow you to take no damage for the turn, and the second effect puts 2/0 defense zombies that are banished back into the deck to draw 1 card. So this acts as also consistency while replenishing your resources, and it could also protect you from damage for the turn. So this has some pretty decent implications, and like I said, it's really saved me in duels. Alright, and last but not least, we have a Shiranui Style Swallow Slash. Basically, this is the Icarus, of course. I'm glad to be able to play this card again. I haven't played it in a while, so to be able to play this in a pure Shiranui deck feels pretty good. So basically, tribute a zombie, destroy 2 cards, banish a Shiranui. Now we have more options on what to banish and get varied effects and stuff like that. So this card definitely got a little boost with the support. So yeah, so that is it for the deck. Let's go ahead and go into the extra deck. And before we do that, do something real quick here. Alright, so extra deck now. 2 suckers. Pretty good. Special summons from the graveyard. You can draw. You can also special summon from your, opponent's graveyard, and it's counted as a zombie, so you can get the draw effect off special summon from the opponent's graveyard. And yeah, that's basically it. Down arrows requires 2 zombies. It's a really solid card. Shiranui Skill Saga Supremacy. So very over dramatic for the name, and the effect doesn't warrant the name, honestly, in my opinion. But anyway, this game requires 2+ zombie monsters. It's a Link 3. Firstly, fire monsters can't be destroyed by battle, and Shingo monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. And during your opponent's turn, you can target or banish Synchro and special summon it to a zone this card points to. So you'll probably not really use the last effect, which is probably its most important effect, because it's not the situation usually would warrant it, at least in my opinion anyway. Other than that, the battle effect is probably be the most potent, because it can't be destroyed by battle while it's on the field, and it also protects your Shiranuis, which will also fire from being destroyed by battle as well. And that'll force your opponent to have to deal with the card, and if they can't deal with it, it can get out of hand. So yeah, this card's okay, not the best though. Probably the most important thing, these arrows are absolutely atrocious. I'll say that. Alright, next we have Summon Sorceress, of course. Really solid card. The crux of a lot of discussion, they say it's degenerate and stuff like that. Honestly, if you're playing it right, it's not degenerate. It's just merely a combo extender for your plays. So I don't see. I guess the degeneracy outweighs people actually playing it the way it's supposed to be played, so I guess that's why they have the opinion of it. So, yeah. Actually, I think it's a really solid card. Borrowed, of course. You guys already know how that works. Alright, so that's it for the links. The synchros for your level 6 options. Samurai Saga and Archery and Zombie Skull for your level 6 off of Spectral Sword's effect, of course. Alright, Shiranui Squire Saga. Now this is the level 7, the newest one that come out of the set, of course. So basically what it does is it has 3 effects. You can banish a monster face up on the field or in the graveyard to activate one of 3, if not all effects. So if you banish a fire type monster, you could destroy, spell, and trap if it's a zombie, or your monsters gain 300 attack. And if it's a synchro, you get to destroy a monster your opponent controls. So of course, this being all 3, you can banish itself to get all of 3 effects. At minimum, you can also banish what can you banish? Spirit Master to get. You can still get all 3 effects by banishing the Spirit Master. Because Spirit Master is obviously fire zombie, so you're going to get the pop. And then Spirit Master's effect will activate getting a face-up monster if it happens to be that type of scenario. So, yeah, there are multiple ways to finesse this effect. So, and also it can be summoned back. If you banish yourself, you can summon it back with the Link 3 and set up a pseudo loop from there to continue to pop your opponent cards. Alright, so Black Rose. Guys remove. Zombie Necro Dragon. This has also been a crux of a lot of my OTK plays, because it can get its attack up to pretty decent levels. I would say 35 or 36 depending on the game state. Usually when I'm ready to OTK, I'm usually at around 3,000 to 35 depending on what the situation is. So this card is really solid. Omega, of course. Crystal Wings, still a solid card. Spectral and Solitaire get you into this very easily. New edition, Barrel-Load Savage Dragon. Now, this card is definitely new. Cover card, of course. What it does is, when it's, synchro summon, you can, have a link attached to it, and it gains attack equal to half the attack of the link it's attached to, and it also generates barrel counters equal to the link markers of the monster it's equipped to this card. So if you have a link 2, you get 2 counters, link 3, so on and so forth. So yeah, and also when you remove battle counters to negate a spell trap or possibly everything. Oh yeah, you can negate everything, spell trap or monster, but it doesn't destroy the card though, it just negates the effect, of course. Nice stun card, definitely a welcome addition to the deck. Of course, the last two, Shogun and Sun Saga. Now, Sun Saga is amazing in this deck, because now there are new ways to summon him. That's going to be part of the surprise, because I have combos to summon him now. That'll be a separate video where I give you guys an updated combo tutorial to summon out Sun Saga, you know, using the new mechanics and stuff like that, because the last time it wasn't, you know, part of the whole link thing. So yeah, we have, you know, new ways to summon him with the new support. So I have a couple of combos, you know, waiting in the wings. That'll be a separate video in and of itself to summon him. And Shogun Saga, of course, the OTK enabler, of course, the crux of many of my wins in the game. So yeah, really good cards, of course. Alright, so with that being said, that is it for the deck profile. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think of the deck in the comments, thoughts, suggestions, whatever it may be. Throw it down in the comments and we'll definitely talk about it. Alright, so I will leave that at that. So I'll be bringing you guys more videos in the meantime. But until then, peace, YouTube.